So don't worry about what other people think. Now, another thing, when you go, and again, this is a part of people's human nature, but if you go to another country and you will meet some people, some locals, some of them will be patient, some of them will not. Some of them will look at you like struggling with the language and not want to talk to you. Some of them will try to help you, okay? Don't worry about what people think. If somebody's not nice to you, go to the next person and try again. But again, very important, know your audience. Know who you're talking to. Now, if you're going to try to basically put together a good sentence, if you're going to try to improve your English, there are people you're going to try hard to have a good sentence with, and there are people you're just going to try to get an idea across. Okay, let me give you an example. If you're getting on a bus, you go to New York City, your English is still a little bit, high beginner, low intermediate. You're getting on a bus in New York City. Don't try to tell the bus driver a perfect sentence. Don't try to make your question perfect. Just get the idea across. Let me give you an anecdote, okay? A little story from my experience. I lived in Tokyo for a bunch of years. And at the beginning, I'm a very adventurous guy. I like to travel around, I like to go get lost in a city and find my way back. So I would go get lost. I had very few words then in Japanese. And I got lost in this one little town in, like one little suburb of Tokyo. And I was getting a little bit tired and I wanted to go home. So I didn't know where the train station was. I didn't know which way to go. There's no such thing as north, east, southwest. It's just everything's a big sprawl. So I went looking for a Japanese person, one who wouldn't run away from me because they didn't want to practice their English. I found a Japanese person who would stop and listen to me. And I would say, "Sumimasen, densha doko." That's all I would say. "Excuse me, train, where?" And of course, this person would point out the way or even walk me to the train station. I get on the train, I go home, I take a nap, I'm happy, right? But if I were so worried about getting a full sentence, like saying the full sentence perfectly, "Excuse me, can you tell me how I can get to the train station?" I would still be lost in that little suburb today. I went, I got my message across, I got home. So I'm actually going to jump around with all these tips. Build vocab first. Vocabulary is the most important thing you can do in terms of learning English. A lot of people worry so much about the grammar that they can't put together a sentence and they get panicked and they get nervous. So let me actually stick on to the vocab a little bit. I want to give you an analogy, okay? Like I'm going to compare learning English to doing something else. Let's say you want to build a model house and you have, those the popsicle sticks, like little sticks, and you have some glue and you're going to glue all your sticks together and you're going to build yourself a house. Okay. I want you to think of the sticks, the little wooden sticks. Okay. They kind of, you have all these sticks. The doctor has them and your popsicles have them. You have all these sticks. The sticks are vocabulary. The glue is grammar. Now, imagine trying to build a house and all you have is glue. And you're putting glue everywhere and all you have is like a sticky fingers or sticky hands and a big mess. If all you have is vocabulary and no grammar, you can still build something that looks like a house. Grammar gets you nothing. Vocabulary gets you something. Of course, you want to have both together at the end so you can have good English. So don't worry about just having vocabulary. Throw out your few words, use your hands, use your face, use things around you, get your message across. But be confident and know who you're talking to. If the person doesn't seem to be patient, okay, thank you very much. Go to somebody else. Go to somebody sitting in a park, enjoying the sunshine. "Hi, would you like to talk?" "Yeah, sure, let's have a conversation." Bus driver in New York, don't think about it. Don't assume anything. Now, what does it mean to assume? To assume means to think something is true without having the facts. So don't assume that everybody's nice. Some people are not nice, and that's okay. Walk away from the not nice people, find yourself a nice person. Don't assume that everybody's going to try to help you. Don't assume that everybody is judging you. Don't assume all kinds of things. Don't make assumptions about people. The only thing you need to understand is that you know who you are, you know what you need,